Welcome back to the Gobby Gaffer, part 14 of this season's Grassroots to Goal Boots, starting here at Rochdale AFC. Still got a bit of that FA Cup fever. Now, sadly, we got knocked out by Norwich in the replay. Clean sheets! Again, sadly, we've not had a clean sheet since, back in December. Top of the league? Actually, we are joint top of the league at the moment with MK Dons. So since you were last with me, we've actually only won 2 games of the last 6, which is not great if I'm honest. The FA Cup third round replay, Norwich eventually showed their superiority. We got knocked out 4-2, but no disgrace to be quite honest. We forced a replay. We did earn ourselves a little bit of extra money, but like I say, we could have done without the replay because, we need extra games like a hole in the head at the moment. Okay, so then we played another one of my bogey teams. I told you, Wrexham, Walsall, Swindon, 3 bogey teams I have. Yes, we went away from home and we couldn't only manage a 1-1 draw at Wrexham. But to be fair, Wrexham had battles to fight of their own, so probably not too bad a result. Barrow, 2-1 win away from home, so quite narrow again. Forest Green away from home, a 2-2 in that one. We were losing in that one as well. So as you can see there, the clean sheets are just not happening. Harrogate at home, a very, very disappointing 1-1 draw. And then Salford at home, a 3-2 win, but very, very narrow. We played Salford right at the beginning of the season. And if you remember, they are tipped to get promoted, Salford. They're one of the better teams in the league. And at that time, I think we'd only played 2 or 3 games. They actually beat us. And I think the game was just saying, Salford meant to get promoted. You're meant to finish 12th, which, by the way, we still only predicted to finish 12th. Bit strange. But anyway, yeah, so we'd already played Salford. And I expected them to pick up after that. They actually didn't. In 23rd place, Salford gave us the game of our lives, and we ended up winning it in the kind of dying minutes, 3-2. So today we have 2 games. We've got promotion chasing Bradford City away from home. That will not be easy. And then a home game against Newport County. And I'm kind of hoping that what's happening to us at the moment is a little bit of a bad spell, and then we will pick up and go on a good run. At the moment, we are 12 points clear of that 4th place playoff position. So at this moment in time, I would have thought with 13 games to play, we should actually get promoted. But I would love to go up as champions. And at this moment in time, we're level points at the top. 33 games played, 67 points. But believe me, today's game against Bradford will not be easy because they're trying to get out of that 4th spot and into that 3rd spot, overtake Gillingham and get an automatic promotion spot for themselves. So this will be a very difficult game. The transfer window has been and gone. We did get a lot of offers from Sheffield Wednesday, all from Sheffield Wednesday, for Oscar Kelly. I think they got up to about 240,000, I think. But I actually went in and had a look and see if we could offer him a new contract, but he wanted a transfer clause inserting of 400,000, which, to be honest, he's valued at 600,000. So it wouldn't have really done me any good to give Oscar Kelly a new contract. So in the end, I backed away from it and didn't actually do it. So I just spoke to his agent, and hopefully it won't disgruntle him too much. But as per usual, trying to get rid of a goalkeeper, he wouldn't sell. Bennett on the right wing, injury-prone Bennett, he wouldn't sell either. The board won't really let me sell him. What they are saying, or what the game is saying, is that no, you can't sell him because he's injury-prone. It's going to give you a problem. Deal with it. What can you do? Anyway, I think it's time to get stuck in now, and let's play Bradford and let's see how we do. We'll see you in the dugout. Well, welcome along to the 25,000 capacity University of Bradford Stadium. And before I give you the team news, another little bit of transfer news. Well, actually, it wasn't transfer news. McDermott, who we had on loan, who was very disgruntled, playing him in the wrong position, all the usual stuff. his parent club took him back. So I have actually moved one or two of the younger players. Dudziak, for instance, has gone out on loan. Sims, the young striker, he's gone out on loan. So we are working a little bit of a smaller squad now. But we're out of all the cups. So in theory, we've got 13 games left now. This squad should do us okay. So the team for today is Thomas in goal, back four of Nevitt, Belongo, Graham and John. I've actually moved the midfield round a little bit to try and keep us a little bit tighter at the back. It's not working. Nothing I do is working. I don't know. I'm not sure. Diallo is the ball-winning midfield player. Francois and Gilligan just in front of him. Kelly and Bennett on the wings with Sinclair up top. So the first highlight is on 6 minutes. And I think we've actually gained ourselves a penalty. And I am playing a different style now. We're still counter-attacking, but I've moved the lines forward. We're being a lot more proactive. I think to begin with, when I started playing this cautious mentality, low block, it was working very well. It was keeping us nice and tight, and we were hitting teams on the break. Now, not so much. I have noticed us going 1-0 down in games quite early on, which is not ideal. But Sinclair there fires us into a 1-0 lead at Bradford. And coming up to the half-hour mark, we've had 4 shots, 4 on target. And Bradford, well, I don't even think they've got off the coach yet, but I'm sure that will change in the game at some point. And Diallo there tries a spectacular overhead kick, which fires fairly wide of the post. So, a highlight for Bradford now. And one thing that I have noticed happening quite a lot in games is the opposition having one shot, nothing on target. We absolutely batter them. We hit the post, we hit the crossbar, we have goals disallowed. And there's exactly, as I'm speaking about it, there's exactly a perfect example of what's been happening. The opposition doing absolutely nothing in the game whatsoever. And then all of a sudden they just break forward and score a goal. Out of nowhere, out of the blue. So moving into half time now, 1-1 at Bradford. Wouldn't be the worst result in the world, but I would like to nick all 3 points. So a couple of little changes at half time. Bernard has come on at right full back. Kyle John was on a yellow, so I don't really want to risk that. Kelly is now moving inside a little bit, playing inside forward, and Nevitt has gone on as got the instruction to bomb on now and be an attacking wing back. So Bradford City back with a highlight. Still only 1 shot and 1 shot on target. Absolutely clinical. We've only had 1 shot in the game and scored from it. We've had 6 shots, 5 on target, but I've still only got that 1 goal. And that, to be fair, that's how a lot of the games have been going. And Oscar Kelly is now injured. Diallo, can you put that in the bottom of the net? No, he can't. Ball's headed out there. Can Nevitt pick that ball up? No, he can't. So Bradford now are streaming forward on the counter-attack, trying to beat us at our own game. And he's going to slide that in, and that's going to go in the back of the net. Oh, and he's missed it. What a miss that was. 52 minutes. I've taken Oscar Kelly off, and Rodney has come on that left wing. Gilligan now running through midfield. Sinclair picks the ball up. There's a ball on you. Oh no, it's all right. He's gone there himself. So Sinclair's running through. Got it tripped up. Oh, and that was a cert goal. The keeper just got a hand to it. Well, a finger actually. Just diverted it away for a corner. Francois now is going to put this into the near post, is he? No, it's going into the middle. And Sinclair there with a header, and Lewis, the goalkeeper, just picks that one up. 56 minutes, Cheggers has come on the right wing, Kenlock on that left-hand side. Some, extra fresh legs on that side. Well, not extra legs, he hasn't got extra legs. Some fresh legs on that left-hand side to get up and down. And we are now dropped into a low block, just to see if we can alter the game a little bit. So we're still counter-attacking. We should be holding up the ball a little bit better now. Hopefully we can mount a counter-attack. And there Rodney does win the ball. Can we mount a counter-attack? Yes, we can. Gilligan coming forward. Bennett. Can Bennett score? No, he can't. And the keeper is on top form today. That's 2 absolutely magnificent saves that he's made to keep the ball out of the back of the net. Francois now a far post corner, and that's headed wide. Unfortunately, it stays 1-1. 74 minutes, we have picked up another injury now, and Gilligan is now injured. So Morehouse has come on in midfield, and we have gone a little bit more offensive. Francois has now pushed forward, and I have moved the lines forward a little bit. I am working quite hard in this game to try and get us the 3 points. Francois now with another corner. Surely one of these corners is going to go in the back of the net, and that's another one that sails over the top. And I'm sure MK Dons will have got the 3 points today, so we will have lost that joint top spot. Full time, 1-1 at Bradford. Not too sure what's happening in games at the moment. Like I said before, you know, we absolutely batter teams. We have loads of shots on target. They do absolutely nothing, but still come away and score a goal. Not quite sure what's happening. And as expected, MK Dons and Gillingham both won their games. So a point is really not much use to Bradford. I mean, to be fair, it's not much use to us. So we're in second place now with 68 points. And there seems to be some real shenanigans going on in the game at the moment. In fact, the last episode should have been called Shenanigans. There's lots of stuff going on that I just can't get my head around and I can't explain. We do need 3 points out of the next game, though. We need these shenanigans to stop. You know, when we're having 6-8 shots, 5 or 6 on target, we need to be 3-0 up. And then if the opposition come back and score a goal, which they always do, we can't keep a clean sheet to save our lives. But we need to be putting the ball in the back of the net a lot more often. These corners are just not working. Don't know whether I need to be looking for a new set piece coach or maybe take it over myself. I'm not quite sure. Anyway, we'll see you very shortly in the dugout, and let's hope we can get those 3 points. Well, welcome to the dugout for this game against 22nd in the league, Newport County. Yes, they're in the relegation area, but every team has their own battles, so we do have to be wary today. The team is, and a lot of injuries and suspensions have been thrown at me. Both my defensive midfield now out. One's out injured, one's out suspended. Bennett is injured again, and I'm back to the same old story. Can I sell him? Can I move him on? His £1,500 a week would be really valuable to me. No, I'm not allowed to. But he's out again, Bennett, so not ideal. And I was saying in the last game that, the squad was getting quite small now. And we now have Bennett injured, Gilligan injured, Gladwin injured, Sonny Hilton is injured, and Diallo is out suspended. So the squad is getting paper thin now. The team is Thomas in goal, back four of Never, Baines, Shering and John. Shering is knocking on my door at the moment, not happy. We've had to have a team leader meeting because he wants game time, and he's playing today. So let's hope that keeps everybody happy. We've gone back to our usual system now. Of course, I don't have a DM today, so Bernard, our right fullback, is having to play ball winning midfield today. Gilmore is playing in the middle. Francois has moved up because Hilton is out, so he's playing the attacking mid. The wingers are Kelly and Simmons, and Sinclair is up top. And as we kick off this game, it's getting a little bit difficult to put a team together at the moment with a number of injuries and suspensions. But the first highlight is Newport County on the attack there, and Thomas. One thing Thomas is very, very good is leaping and pulling the ball out of the air. He's very, very good at that. So he bowls the ball out to Never on this left-hand side, who has got the instruction to bomb forward and go past Kelly. Francois now to Never. Kelly, who has recovered from his little knock in the last game. Down that side, into the box, Sinclair there, a nice header, guides it down, which a lot of the time you don't see. Normally from corners and crosses, the ball is headed over the bar. This time, Sinclair, you could see the way he leapt there and headed the ball down, and that instruction needs to be on every header. Unfortunately, you could see it there. 9 out of 10 headers go sailing over the bar. But we are 1-0 ahead. And what are Newport County doing? No shots, nothing on target. Let's be very wary of that, shall we? Having said that, we've only had 3 with 1 on target. So we're back with a Newport highlight now. We need somebody to be getting a foot on the ball here because we don't want them breaking forward. Now, these are one of the poorest teams in the league, 22nd place. I didn't look at the form before the game. I'm guessing it's been absolutely miserable. But it would not at all surprise me. And Nevitt's been pulled out of his position. McLaughlin there, ball into the box, header there. But Thomas does what he does best. And that ball was nice and high, just at a nice height for him. He just reached up and collected the ball quite nicely. So we're now playing the ball down the right-hand side. And John is another one of those on that right-hand side who is complaining about his playing time. So he gets the start today. Simmons now, what's Simmons going to do with this? In the box, can Sinclair do it again? Yes, he can. 2-0 in the lead, and this is just what the doctor ordered. And Sinclair today, he's got his, well, I've said it before, his head is a weapon, and well, it's certainly firing on all cylinders today. But this was a nice cross again. Simmons with the floaty crossover. Sinclair just rises high, heads the ball down. So moving into half-time, Newport have come back into the game now. 3 shots, 2 on target. So they are lifting their game a little bit. But at the moment, oh my word, and Sinclair has got his hat-trick, all with his weapon of a head. I mean, that is very, very nice, that from Sinclair. And what a header of a ball he is. When he's on form, that ball always gets directed towards the goal. And that was a nice goal. 3-0 with a Tyree Sinclair hat-trick. Long throw into the box. Gilmore now who gets a start today. A bit of an unusual start. And we do get a penalty as well. Are we going to go in at half-time? 4-0. Sinclair now steps up, right-footed, fires the ball in the bottom corner. Sinclair has now got 4 goals, which on the one hand is great, but I know from previous experience, if you remember, Tyree Sinclair was it last season? He scored 2 hat-tricks in a game, 6 goals in one game, and then didn't score again for about 2 months. So it swings and roundabouts with that kind of thing. So lots of nice shiny green ratings on there. We like to see that. Tyree Sinclair, obviously having scored all 4 goals, is on a perfect 10. So this scoreline does give me a chance to do some much needed swap arounds and just give some players a little bit of a rest. So Rodney and Cheggers have come on the wings, and Morehouse has come on to replace Francois. And as the second half kicks off, we have gone into a bit of a low block now. We don't need to bust a gut in this game. So I've lowered the tempo, a low block, and we're going to hold possession. So we don't need to be bombing forward. Let's see if we can avoid any more injuries in this game, because we need injuries and suspensions now like a hole in the head. So Nevitt there with a throw to Gilmore. I was actually speaking about Gilmore. He's not played an awful lot for us, but today he gets a chance, and he's come in and done a decent job for us considering he's not had a lot of game time. Thomas now with a hoof out onto this side. A very, very nice hoof actually. Very, very well directed. But John there gives the ball away. And nice save there from Thomas though. And it has just entered my consciousness that we are actually keeping a clean sheet at the moment. So can we keep a clean sheet? I mean, that would be a novelty with bells on. Mason now with the corner. And Nevitt gets his head on that, heads it nicely clear. Nobody there to pick the ball up though. And I've just brought Kenlock on at left back. I've made 4 subs now. I don't think I'm going to make any more, because one of them is a player who's meant to be on rest, and the other one is Bennett. And I mean, sick note Bennett, I don't know what to do with him at all. I really don't. So I kind of feel like there's a bit of desperation here for a goal for the opposition, just so we don't get that clean sheet. I just feel the desperation. We're in the last 3 or 4 minutes now, including time added on, and Newport have the ball, and he's missed an absolute sitter. So maybe maybe we will get that clean sheet today. And yes, we have a very nice clean sheet and 4 goals all scored by Tyrese Sinclair. What a superstar. And Sam Shering there in the team talk afterwards gave all the lads a real good pat on the back. Well done, you've done absolutely brilliant. Sam Shering looked disillusioned. He's the one who's been knocking on my door wanting some game time. I've put him in the team, you give him a pat on the back, disillusioned. Not quite sure how that works. But having said all of that, MK Dons have just been thrashed at home 4-0 by Cheltenham. Where are Cheltenham in the league? Where are they, Cheltenham? So it just goes to show what a banana skin it can be when you're playing these bottom teams. Cheltenham are 23rd and they've just beaten top of the table MK Dons 4-0. And more importantly, 35 games played, and that is looking very, very nice. It's still very, very tight between us and MK Dons, but we're on top now by 1 point, 71 points. We have an inferior goal difference, however. We need to start scoring a few goals, and that 4 goals in that last game could become really important towards the end of the season. So another 4-point episode, and well, you can't turn your nose up at 4-point episodes, I don't think, particularly when you're playing a promotion rival away from home and getting a point. If we could have got the 3 there, that would have been superb, but you know, you can't have everything, although I always do like to have everything. I love my 6-point episodes. I'd love to win this league. Can we do it? Well, we'll soon find out, because we're going to play a few games off camera, and when we come back, there'll not be many games of the season left, and will give us a much better indication of whether we're going to get promoted as champions. I think, although at the moment it's not confirmed, but I think we will get promoted now. I think we're far too far away from that 4th position. But shiny trophy time, anybody? We'll see you very shortly.